Today's March 30, 2021. This incident happened 1 year ago. When I try to explain what happened, excuse me, what happened to my house, somebody had broken in there. Back in October, I believe 6, 2019, somebody had ripped it out my back door. I had to sit there and I had to board up my house due to the incident. The first time they haven't took nothing out yet, but they broke in my door. I made a police report and I try to explain that to them, that I have a chronic foot pain. I'm still ill and I'm still under recovery of my injuries. Then 6 months later, somebody had came back, and as you see right here, they ripped out the door completely in half because I had a board going across here and they pushed it out. They had went in there, they had stolen my, let me see if I can show you here, my toilet set in the box because my house was under repair and I couldn't be able to do anything. A 40-gallon water tank. I bought these at Home Depot at the time. I still got a receipt for it. A 10-speed bike that had stolen. And look how they had rip out the back door. But during the time of my back door issue, somebody threw, right before that, somebody threw some trash, some flower pots in my house. They were throwing some trash in my house. They threw trash on top of these 2 trash cans, but these 2 trash cans got bricks in them. I'm trying to get bricks out of there. Then I had a 4x8 wood around the door for reinforce. They even tore that apart, as you can see it right there. See it right there, it's all cracked in half. They actually rip up in there. They clean everything out, as you see now. They stowed everything. They stowed the refrigerator I had on top of this table, and I try to explain that. And this is when I had reboarded my back door after they had broken in. I did the police report, and I had no idea this was happening because I am actually blurry blinded by a pain issue of my foot injury. A lot of people don't understand this. I had to sit there and try to figure out what's going on back here because I am blind. And me and Mike went back there. I came back to look at the back, and my back door was busted open like that, so I called him. He was in the car. I said, come here, for him to check it out. And this is when I recorded this video. As you see here, somebody had broke into my yard. About a month ago, they trashed my yard. They trashed everything up here. They had broken into my house and stole my brand new water tank, my brand new toilet, and now everything's gone. As you see here, man, there ain't nothing left. I can't believe this, man. I kept telling people about this and nobody understands it. Now look at my back door. My water tank was right there from Home Depot. I bought it. They took my toilet, and they had stolen my bike. I had my bike hanging up on here, as you see these nubs right here. Man, these people don't know when to stop messing with my house, huh? Oh, wow, yeah, they took the 2 refrigerators I had here. Look at that, it's gone. The refrigerator was sitting on top of that. Oh, I still got that small one on there. Yeah, I stay somewhere else and this house is not done. They took my light fixtures. there's some, let me see how they did that. Oh, they took all the boxes. I had a lot of working materials all in this area right here that had stove in that. Lucky they didn't take the stove. Oh my God, I can't fucking believe this. These people fucking broke in here, stole everything.
Yep.
What I had bought brand new for me to finish fixing up this house. But due to my foot injury and my heart problem, I can't be able to do nothing. Now I gotta do a police report after I did a police report when they broke in here before. These people, man, this is bullshit, man. Why, man? I suffer and almost died, and these people keep fucking horseplaying around with my life. Gotta go.
Yeah, that's the video I taped it that day. And due to all this, you know, I had to sit there and board up my back room. This is on social. And they put me through heck, man. See, I had posted on there what they had stolen. I don't know why they did that, man. See, then I had to reboard it back up. That's how I did from the inside. You know, and then what happened was, by gathering these woods, see, 1, 2, 3 woods, and the woods on the outside, as you see, you know, that's how I reboarded. Then I put that on there. Instead of using nails, I used screws. You know, screw them in for better support it. But what happened was, when I was gathering up these woods, I was already recovering from a chronic foot. I mean, I had a torn tissue in my foot, recovering with bronchitis. I was diagnosed with bronchitis and URL. I had breathing problem, chest pain problem, because I have a stent implant. Back in 2017, it's not doing too good under my pain issue of my foot. My foot is severe pain. I'm not supposed to be walking. I can't barely walk. I suffer on the walk. It's a lot of pain. I got a lot of head pressure in my mind, and I'm blurry blinded and hard of hearing. And I got ringing of the ears. Now, back in December 2008, I went to the hospital because I started falling unconscious. And I fell unconscious 3 times in February 9th. You know, that's a long story there. And then I had a trip and fell that banged the living crap out of my head. You know, 3 months, I was still recovering from this bronchitis issue. The coughing and pain, the fever. You know, it could have led to pneumonia at the time. Now, what happened, the system was kind of eased down. I'm still not feeling good. I'm still like in hospitalization mode, and I'm weak. What happened here, when I was boarding up my house up, I stayed somewhere else. You know, there's no heat in there. But by boarding up the room, the back door that they had damaged, by picking up these woods, my head started itching me out. Then in the center of my nose, in the back, like in the middle of my head, in the brain area, there were 2 things cramping up and rising up. It felt like sinuses. I said, I just don't know. This is when we got back home, after boarding up that. But by picking up those woods, I couldn't barely do it because I'm still in stiffness and pain, and it gave me a lot of headaches in my head, and it still does. When I try to work, you know, I'm still weak. But the sinus in my nose started acting up, then I started catching a cold. I said, oh my God, man. So what I had went through on December 28th, the bronchitis issue, when I went to the hospital, December 28th, 2019, all those system and problem I had at that time,
was greater at that time, was lessened down, and was coming back greater. So what happened was, I started getting coughing and sneezing again. The coughing and pain, where it hurts my stomach area or my lungs area, puts that area seriously in pain, and I couldn't take it. Then from March 29th, 5 days later, I ended up going back to the hospital due to the bronchitis issue was coming back. This wasn't even explained at the hospital yet. I had coughing and pain. My whole body was aching me. My head was in severe cramp issue mode. Then my right side of my face started swelling up after I had a coughing and sneezing both at the same time that hurted my nose area way in the back. You know, we're not talking about in front. We're not talking about sinus issues. We're not talking about things like that. There was something seriously wrong. My head got whiplash on the top right corner of my head. You know, whiplash, it shaked it. And I was like, oh my God, I can't take this pain. So I had walked a couple feet up. I started getting the severe chest pain due to the problem I had in my chest area with the stent implant back in 2017. It didn't do too good through my recovery. Now the swollen continued for 5 days. I had called the nurse, the doctor, or the receptionist, and I was explaining that to them. I told her I'm not feeling good. I tried to explain that to her. And you know, they're asking me if what, is my body aching me? I couldn't barely speak anyway. You know, I was so weaked out, like I was about to drop unconscious again. You know, as I'm sitting there trying to discuss that with them. And I told her, I said, yeah, I'm feeling real weak. I can't budge anymore. You know, I don't like how I'm feeling. I try to tell her I'm still going through too much for 3 months already because of what happened to me. And then my face swelled up, under my eyes swelled up with like bags of water in there. My whole right side of my face, I couldn't eat. I had to throw my food to the left side. And once that starts happening, what happened was the pressure and pain was cramping up my head too much. And I couldn't be able to move my mouth from all that pressure and pain that I went through in the coughing and pain and the fast, rapid breathing. Excuse me. So I couldn't take it, and the swollen in that face was taking whatever problem I had with the pain issue in my head. That swollen that started there, that developed that day, was making it worse than worse. And I could, man, I was in here, it's spaced out. Since due to the 2020 pandemic, because this happened March 29, 2020, went to the hospital 5 days later, April 2nd, for the swollen issue. The hospital was security tied in. Lucky I got seen, but everything wasn't explained what I'm explaining to you guys now. The only thing they see my face all swollen up. So they said go ahead and for me to get admitted, you know, to go ahead and get seen by a doctor. When I was there, I was just sitting there in the aisle near where all the rooms are, and you know, I understand everything's all precaution in there. Everything's different than what it is. It's like the hospital is vacant, you know. And then only thing I know, I'm just sitting there, and there was, you know, some lady in the other room suffering. She had tubes in her mouth and all that stuff from COVID. And I'm just sitting there, just waiting for the doctors to come through. The pain was so severe that it just kind of dozed me off, knocked me out there. And Then once I opened my eyes, there was a piece of paper in front of my face. She goes, "Are you Miguel? And this is your address?" I said, "Yes, that's my address, but I don't live there right now." She goes, "Okay." And then all of a sudden, I dozed off and back again. Like I was going, I was so weaked out from this pain that I couldn't barely get up anymore. And then once my eyes like blurry blinded, but once I opened up my eyes again, there's another doctor there. I don't know if it's the same one or not, because I couldn't see the first one. I seen the second one. He's just standing there. He says, "We're gonna give you prescribes you with two medication, and for you to follow up with this doctor, and that you're gonna be discharged." And I was like in such a sleepy mode, and I said, "Okay." I didn't get no X-rays, no exam, nothing. Nothing happened there, but that was just mentioned and said. But lucky I did go to the hospital at the time, and they seen how my face was swollen up and my back issue, and then they sent me home. I said, "Fine," you know. But during that time, that's where that my swollen in my face had happened, due to somebody had broken into my house, because I had to be out there in the cold, try to board up my back room, and it caused my bronchitis issue, what I had in December 28th, to come back stronger. See, I never recovered from all that. A lot of people don't understand what kind of hospital, how you say, like hospitalization mode swing. You're like in that particular part that you can't budge. You're unstable, and your illness is really crumpling you down little by little. And then the pandemic thing, lucky I didn't catch pneumonia, because I would have been hit even stronger. I would have been laid out for sure. During this time, within 3 months, 1, 2, 3, 4, I had 7 unconscious moments, like almost unresponsive moments, that I kept arguing about this, and nobody still understands about this, what I'm going through. I'm just hanging on. I'm still managing my life. I'm still going out there at the store. I'm blurry blinded with a blockage of pain in my head. I can't see that good. I can't barely speak. After this issue, just to make things short, I ended up getting 6 teeth pulled out, swollen to the face again within 4 months later, after, in October. I had problems, serious problems, and this stuff is still going on until today. I try to explain that, nobody explained it. I try to seek help on that issue, try to do a GoFundMe again, try to seek some help, because the money issue, nobody quite understands about that. They're crumbling everything down on my end under my recovery, and I'm still recovering, and I've been trying to recover since 2016, where things got started very deep and heavy. A lot of people don't understand that. Just to explain this a little bit, there's not too much to say right now. I just wanted to dictate this, and that's it. And thank you for viewing.